Hey everybody. In keeping with my theme of having my videos out of order, this is some video that was shot back in May when I was doing some trailer prep, and it's about a rib nut tool. So we're leaving tomorrow, headed to Virginia, do a little racing. That'll be an upcoming video, but I wanted to get one out before we left, so I made a little short video showing you how I use my rib nut tool. Enjoy.
I think we've decided that we're going to put our fuel upstairs, and I'm trying to keep as much stuff off the floor as I possibly can. And there's really no place to put it anyway. I mean, we can't put it there. Scooters are going to be there. Can't put it there. There's not enough room. Not enough room. We could put it here, but it's going to be sticking out, in my opinion, too far, number one. And number two, everything in the back of the trailer rides like it's terrible. So it kind of whips the back of the trailer up and down. So anything that you have that's at the back of the trailer, it's all over the place. I mean, you put scooters back there and they're upside down by the time you get where you're going. So we try to keep the cars back here and try to keep all the small stuff that can fly around to the front of the trailer. So I think at this point, our best bet just to try to keep the floor as uncluttered as possible, which is a huge problem for me. Like, I'm just like, this trailer's gonna be different, but I typically just throw shit everywhere. So anyway, we're gonna put our fuel caddy up there, and I'll show you guys how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna put some thread inserts in the wall, and we'll take a look at that kind of as we go, and when it's finished. So here we go. All right, so this particular fuel jug holder, you can put 10 fasteners in it. That might be overkill, I don't know. It's overkill because I'm not using like self-tappers or nothing like that. I'm actually going to put thread inserts. So you can see the wall, I think you can see that. Wall's marked, floor's marked, got my spot mapped out. Thread insert, what you do is you take your caliper, measure the thread insert, 350 thousandths. Get you a drill bit. Sorry, it's hard to do this with all this stuff with one hand. 356 thousandths, so our drill bit's just a tiny bit bigger. And we're gonna drill some holes. All right, so this little guy should poke right in there, as it does. Okay, so you're gonna take your insert tool right here, open it up like that, screw the thread insert on it, slide it in the hole, and pull the tool back. Now when you pull this back, it actually has a little gauge on there to tell you like how much you're actually collapsing it, how much it's moving. So when this thing collapses, and I apologize for the shady camera work because I'm trying to do this with everything with one hand. When you pull this back, you're gonna feel this thing tighten up. Now when it tightens up, you can go ahead and crank that thing another 50%, but I promise you it's gonna destroy the threads. So just put it in there, squeeze it until it stops. It basically squeezes that thing. It creates a ring on the inside of the metal, and then you already have a ring on the outside, and that's it. Super easy. Just like that. Slides right in there. Open your tool up, and you can adjust this for a specific depth. So if you know you only want it to go a quarter of the throw, you can actually set it up to where it does that. I don't really do that. All I do is just I roll with it, and when I feel the thing tighten up, I stop. And the only reason I do that is because I've wrecked them before, and so I know how to tear shit up. Trust me. Now that one didn't move very far, probably because this stuff is pretty thick. But he's in there real good. So, all right, I'm gonna drill 2 more holes over here. And then if I did my maths right, this should line up. And basically, we're just bolt this right into here. And these inserts, they don't come out. So once you bolt this thing down, you're good to go. It's not coming out. It's not like using a self-tapper and it may or may not work. This stuff works. Works every time. You can get steel inserts, aluminum inserts, stainless steel inserts. You can get all kinds of stuff. So these are just the regular coated steel insert. All right, that's it. The inserts are in. And get some fasteners and throw this baby in here. All right, I know it's a little dark up here, but I got me some little button heads. Gonna get them started in here. All right, so let's see what this thing is, see how good this thing's in here. If I can get my Allen wrench out. So this thing has, like I said, you could put 6 in the back, 4 in the bottom. I thought that was unnecessary when you're using inserts. I mean, you could definitely put more in it, but I mean, that thing is really solid. It's not going anywhere. I mean, it's just aluminum. I can move it, but it's not. It is not coming out of there. These things are super strong. And if realistically, I use these things to mount a lot. Like, so I put these inserts in the frame of our cars. I'll poke some holes in the frame, put those inserts in, and then you can take like 2 cushion clamps, turn them opposing, put 1 fastener in the middle of them, and you can run 2 fuel lines like that right next to each other in cushion clamps, and never come out. I use them for to secure brake lines, anything like that. they work fabulous. And I mean, I'm like, not that you can really buy too many things American made anymore. It's everything's from freaking China. And I try to buy as much good stuff as I can. But if you're not using these tools every single day, you don't have to buy the best. You don't have to have snap-on inserts and tools. If I'm using something every day at work, whatever we use every day at work, I buy the best I can get because we're relying on it. This stuff, I use it a few times a year, so it's not like, you know, it's not like I wouldn't like to have the Gucci shit, but I don't. I'll buy it at Harbor Freight. I'll get it on Amazon, and I actually have a couple of these tools, but that's it. You can buy there's a 3/8 insert. This is a 1024 insert, 5/16. And then here's the different little adapters: 3/16, 5/16, 1024, 1/4-20. I got a bunch of these things because, like I said, I've got a couple of these things. So I've got for every single. I got metric and standard. So I definitely suggest buying one of these kits and using it. I mean, you can use this stuff for everything. No matter what. If it's a piece of sheet metal, even if it's thin, you put these things in and they do not come out. They really work well. So I would suggest it.